guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be refreshing some rims for my girlfriend's car. We're going to do it really cheap by using some Rust-Oleum spray paint. She doesn't really care about the finish on them or like quality paint, so that's why I'm not using my Fuji system. That's what we're using, rattle can spray paint. But we will go over the whole process and show you guys how well of a finish you can get with spray paint. However, we don't know how long it's going to last, so after this is painted, maybe we'll do a follow-up review and show you guys how it's held up with some harsh conditions, since my girlfriend drives her car all year round. Anyways, we're going to be working on the rims that had some bends on them that we got really cheap a long time ago. We're not using the bent rims, we're only going to be using the good rims. So my girlfriend's going to have mixed match rims on her car. However, she doesn't really care, she just wants it to work, which is why we're doing it the cheap way. So let's get to work. Alright, so these are the rims that we're going to be refinishing. You can see how like chipped up, and all this, we've already washed it. This is all chips, right? So this is the reason why we are going to be refinishing them a little bit and giving them a nice little refreshed look. Plus, we're going to be spraying it in gloss black. She wants it black. She doesn't like this color. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, to start things off, I'm going to remove the valve stem. The reason being is the core is already missing. When we got these rims, we were already planning to replace these. I have replacements for them already, so we're just going to chop this off and then, start sanding everything. That way we get some paint in there as well. I'll take off the center cap so that we can sand around it. Alright, so the rims are all sanded down now. I took them outside and I washed them. Some of these deep pits, I guess the chips and stuff, I didn't really sand them all the way. I mean, properly I would probably have to fill them or sand it all the way down to the metal. But this is just going to be a quick, cheap, easy job anyway. So this is pretty much good to start spraying. I sanded down some of the curb rash here. So it's smooth, but it's not going to be like perfect. It's going to probably still have some of these blemishes all over that you could see, but it's not meant to be super perfect anyways. So what I'm going to do now is mask up the garage so that I can cover up some stuff, and then I'm going to dry off these rims, and then we're going to start spraying. Alright, so now we're going to tack everything off with a tack rag, just so that we can get any of that excess dust or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is get my heat gun out as well. I'm going to heat up the area, at least the surface of the rim, so that it can evaporate any of the additional water that's left behind. Alright guys, so they're all done now. We're just gonna wait for them to air out. I think it's got more like 10 minutes left until it's all flashed off. Then I'm just gonna clean up a little bit and we're gonna wait 48 hours before we can actually mount any tires on here. At least that's what the can says, 48 hours before we can actually do anything like that. But looks pretty good. Alright guys, so it's the next day, the rims are complete. It's been about 12 hours so far, so it's not fully cured yet. I think it's, on the can it says about 48 hours for full cure because that's the recoat time, so it's after 2 hours or after 48 hours and then you re-prep the surface. So I'm thinking 48 hours is when it's actually fully hardened and fully cured. However, I'm going to probably wait like a week before we actually mount any tires on these. I think they look pretty good. Let me show you guys. So that looks good, it's shiny, and it only took 2 cans of paint. So this cost about $40. It's not as cheap as the other videos, like other people's videos where it says like, oh, I repainted my wheels for like $5. Cans of aerosol paint in Canada doesn't go that cheap, especially for like Rustoleum and stuff. You're paying about 20 bucks a can, so you know 40 bucks is pretty good. One can of primer and 1 can of gloss black paint. And that turned out pretty good. I mean, it's a nice smooth finish. Obviously, there's some dry spots. We're spraying with an aerosol can, so it's not going to get a perfect job, but this is acceptable, I would say. So the products that I use to spray, I showed it in the earlier when I was painting, is the primer, which is this sandable primer, Rustoleum, as well as this Automotive Gloss Black Enamel. So I tried to go for Rust-Oleum and Rustoleum because it's like oil-based paints, of course. So if you're going to spray with oil-based, you're going to keep using oil-based. So the wheels are good, I think. Hopefully it holds up to mounting the tires and it holds up to whatever conditions my girlfriend puts these wheels through. But for now, I think they're done. Anyways, guys, I hope this video helps you guys out. If you haven't already, please comment, like, and subscribe, and share my videos. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.